Hey, welcome back to another day. And still in Act 3, the Twilight Flood. So it's still about the Twilight Flood. And the Undead, I guess. Archie! Hello, brave adventurer. Welcome back to my tavern. Hello, innkeeper! How are you doing? These past few days have been quite eventful. I'm feeling so inspired. My first real adventure was so utterly exciting. I haven't stopped residing in my memories ever since we returned. When I got home, I immediately started writing everything down so I wouldn't forget anything. And it reads just like all those adventuring tales and books from my childhood. Sounds like you had a very good time. It's delightful to see you flourishing. Actually, I've been thinking about switching careers. What? Oh, how come? All these adventures, don't get me wrong, it's new and exciting. But instead of experiencing them myself, it might be better to tell the tales of those brave heroes and heroines around me. Creating stories is much more enjoyable than facing the dangers of adventuring myself. I'd like to note the others mentioned how much I loved listening to your stories. You are right! I think Theo would enjoy this idea as well. You think so? He seemed very entertained on the trip to Dyria. Oh, perhaps you might be onto something there. On another note, how about a drink to wind down a little? Sure, why not? Any specific wishes? Surprise me with something that will keep me focused on writing. Something to ward off distracting thoughts. Nothing easier than that. Alright. Frosted Lagoon? Why not? I didn't even know that the defense potion can also defend against the mind. Or, well, something similar. Distracting thoughts. What if you wanted a drink for the upcoming best-selling author? Very sweet of you, thank you very much. Oh, this tastes absolutely delightful. I can already feel the words aligning, impatiently waiting to be written down. Don't mention it, I'm always happy to help. Speaking of which, have you by any chance heard of Melina, the famous detective? As it happens, I have. You get to know quite a lot of people when you run a tavern, you know? Have you seen her recently? Sadly, not in a while, no. I last saw her at least a week ago, if not two. How curious that you also know her. Meeting such a well-known detective is a fantastic source of inspiration and exciting stories. I've heard stories of her solving the case of the lost Familias and so forth. Yes, she solved the case alongside her trusty assistant. Ah, how inspiring. I'd love to tell her tales someday. Maybe I'll combine it with some of the rumors I've heard about this one mysterious place in the southwest of Hisora. Oh, which one might that be? It's a wizard tower, a magical place full of puzzles, mysteries and magic. I've heard tales of its harbor in hundreds of books containing lost and forbidden knowledge. Oh yeah, so now we can make a quest for that wizard tower, I think. But that's not all. There are treasures of unfathomable value and magical trinkets as well. What an exciting thought for a young detective to stumble upon a place like that. Definitely a story I'd read. Promise to send me a copy, please? Oh, but of course, I'll deliver it to you myself. You know, even if we might be a few years apart, seeing her reminded me of my own childhood. Sure, the circumstances are completely different, and I was never allowed to wander off by myself, which seemed a little lonely, just like me back then. Always looking for my own adventures, though she found them in the real world while I relied on books. But I'm glad she found an assistant to keep her company. The life of a detective can certainly be a lonely one. And you have Theodore by your side. Do you really think he counts as an assistant? That's for you to decide. He definitely doubles as a friend. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but well, Melly has been missing since the Twilight Flood. No! Tell me you're joking! Ooh. Sadly not, I'm sorry. Oh no, I hope she's alright. She's probably just investigating the cause of the flood. Like, maybe she is the cause of the flood. I'm thinking the same. She might be young, but she's really tough. I doubt even a flood this size would be a challenge for her. Then I trust your instincts. Come on. Uh-oh. Kumo, it's great to see you. I've solved it. Solved what? My parents' problem. I've solved it. You didn't kill them, right? And how did you do that? It's simple. I'm here to ask you to write up and hand out a quest for me. A quest to find them and to kill them. What? Sorry, did you say kill them? Yes. Why do you want to kill your parents? Isn't obvious? Can't say it is. Their death is what set me on the bleak path that is my life. It led me towards my destiny, my purpose. Which would be stealing, revenge, edginess? Edginess. Darkness. So edginess. Of course. Now that they're back, it's messing up my aesthetic purpose. Aesthetic purpose. Uh-huh. Right. So I must take destiny back into my own hands. Why not talk this through instead? Talking doesn't solve anything. Might make you feel a little better and less murderous. No. I must embrace who I am, and for that they must die. Whoa, 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 calm down. So please, the quest, have it done quickly. As you wish, I set it up for you. Thank you. I shall leave you to it. Before you go, how about a drink for the road? Maybe one that'll have you talking about something other than killing your parents? Yes, I should allow them a warning, so I must be deceitful about my feelings. Let's see what I can do for you. Charisma, charisma. 1,000 wins. Sunny breeze. I go with the spoken heart again. Since that's his strength, you know. And maybe he will tell his true feelings then. That is the one we have to do, right? Yeah. There you go. Maybe this will help your heart a little. It feels nice. Really warm, like a hug. Do you need a hug, Kumo? I need to go. Stay safe out there. Sure. And, Kumo? Yes? Have you talked to Fable? Yesterday, yes. They left to find Melly. I see. Good luck with your parents. I don't need luck, I need vengeance. Oof. Ay. Does he need help? Do you want to have them kill their parents? Pardon me? No, of course not. I meant psychological help. They don't look like they're doing it too well, if I might say. He's always quite broody and mysterious, but their parents being alive really threw them off track. You wouldn't think that's a bad thing, really. And now they want to kill them, just because it doesn't fit the backstory they came up with? This is the possibility for a happy ending to an otherwise dark story. Please don't tell me you're actually going to set up a quest to assassinate them? I am, but a mere innkeeper to this tavern. I'm just following Kumo's wishes. Uh-oh. I would have expected you to have a little more backbone. Or moral standards, so to speak. Oh no, another one who's angry with us? You were so sure about Melina's well-being and even calmed me down? I can't believe you'd offer such a violent solution. I tried to stop him, but I don't think I can get them to talk with their parents right now. You heard them. And that's exactly why there's still hope. Wait, I don't think I understand. Kumo won't take on the quest himself. So there will be someone else that can talk to his parents. That sounds like a really questionable plan, if I may say so. It will work out, I'm sure of it. Maybe you can take the quest. Most likely, it won't be a very difficult quest, especially not if you know your way with words. As a nobleman like you would, for example. Oh! Well, I'm so certain this isn't a quest for me, even though I could probably do it. What if the situation actually escalates into violence? I wouldn't know what to do. No pressure, I just wanted to make an offer. You want a different quest then? Weren't you listening? I don't think I want to be an adventurer anymore. Hearing Kumo just now has amplified my doubts. I never want to have to kill anyone ever again. Being a murderer is not how I envisioned my life to be. Of course not. But I also don't know in what direction my life is headed from now on. My heart is still so full of excitement after my last adventure. This might only be a tale, but there's this place of infinite knowledge. The tower? Oh! Are you by any chance talking about the subterranean caves on the plane of I've read so many stories about them. A hidden yet wondrous place. Although I really doubt a guy immortal like me could even walk there. But I've heard you can get there through the Twilight Chasm. Innkeeper, do you think that's true? That there's a portal to somewhere in the Twilight Chasm? I think that's pretty unlikely, right? Can we look up information? Doesn't seem to be the case, but what's this? Raiders of the Lost Archive. Because that's a nightmare realm, right? So I don't think it's there. And please don't go there. I think that's pretty unlikely. Then again, the Twilight Realm arose from Earth's dreams. Who knows what powers they might have? Just thinking about the caves make my heart beat faster and my fingertips itch. Maybe I should write a little story about them. Time to write down some keywords or I might lose my ideas. You know, I don't think you need to lead you. Your heart already knows what it wants to do. Huh? Do you really think so? Yes, it's quite obvious actually. How about you go write down those keywords now? This might already be an upcoming bestseller. Oh, you really are a sweet talker, aren't you? Thank you for your advice. Goodbye, Innkeeper. Until next time, Archie. Nighttime? Oh, it's raining. Lynn! Oh, are you going to take the quest? Good evening, Callan. Evening. Has boredom already caught up with you again? It's always on my tail. Guessing this quest is still free? Not for much longer, it seems. Haven't had enough of the undead yet. I got practice with them now. Might as well make some use of it. Fair enough. I thought you would be looking for Melly instead. Can't say I'm not worried about that little girl. But Fable is already on it. I trust them. And I trust Melly too. To come back, I mean. She promised me we'd see each other again soon. I'm learning to believe in people's words. You should too. I do, but trust is a scary thing. Everything is scary if Fable's to be believed. I might as well pick the fun horrors to commit to. Like the undead? Exactly. I also gotta check up on my cousin. Those undead snails are sounding a lot more concerning right now. At least they're even slower than the regular undead. Very calming, thanks. Oh, that's what I said. Oh, the innkeep, I mean. When I take Archie along again, he might be the calming presence you're seeking. Under no circumstances, no. What if you get bored? He has very good stories to tell. Shut up. How will we talk about what drink you want then? Oh, Skelly! Well, dearie me, my dearest acquaintances. Innkeeper, Dame Carlin, you both look radiant today. What are we radiating? I shan't say, as it would be too rude. How polite of you. How are you doing, Scully? Ah, just wonderful. Yesterday, I had the most delightful tea party with Sir Alphonse and Lady Frostgrip. Alphonse and I were able to learn so much about the times we've missed thanks to the young blacksmith prodigy. This world truly is an exciting and beautiful one. And by tomorrow the vampire will have forgotten all about it. Ah, but that merely means he get to remember again. How marvelous! The endless pursuit of learning is a wonder in and of itself. Speaking of learning, if you'll allow me, I'd like to learn how you're doing on this fine day of yours, Dame Carlin. You do look a little spent, and I would hate to be intruding on your space. Just exhausted by all these people and their constant talking. You're good though, and you're Ford. Ah, I understand. The social aspects of life can be exhausting as they come with so many rules and obstacles one must traverse. But throughout this overwhelming obstacle course of mortal interactions, we can find many magnificent treasures. And all of them make these efforts worthwhile. Like quests. I was thinking about friends, but quest 2, are you heading out on one? Yeah. What's its cause? An unusual amount of undead creatures are haunting Pessoa lately. Especially near the Pale Woods. Callan is going to check on that. An undead gathering in the Pale Woods? But why so? Is there a convention, perhaps? No, sounds more like the violent type of crowd. Unfortunate. It does seem that the sentiment is common among my compatriots. Sense and sensibilities are often lost when you are ripped from the afterlife without your soul attached to your body. You don't have a soul. You've got a lot of personality for that to be true. That is very kind of you to say, but I'm afraid I'm a mere fragment of my former self. An opportunity to find a new self then. What a sweet promise. Still, it is strange to have everything you once were forgotten. To have everything you once were forgotten. How can you be forgotten when you are here? People remember you as you are now, as I'm sure people did for your former self. I hope I shall grow into a pleasant memory then, as well as a pleasant presence. You already are. Ah, that makes my non-present soul very happy to hear. Dame Callan, would you mind me tagging along on your quest? It sounds like a haven of fascinating research I have not been able to indulge in that pastime for a long while. Sure, come along. Skeleton could be a great help in wiping out a bunch of undead. Wiping out? By no means should that be our approach. We should study them, or better yet, strike up a civilized conversation. With enough charisma, I'm certain we can remind them of their mortal consciences. Don't be ridiculous, they rip us apart. We can simply ask the innkeeper for some additional defense, in case they need some initial convincing. I could even offer you some frost armor to go along with it. A few frozen pine cones here and there, you'll have a little more of a buffer. Your words don't take hold. Excellent idea. Now we just fight them, smash their bones together until they stop moving. No offense, Scully. None taken, though I believe the cleverer approach would be to rely on speed. Unawakened undead are rather slow, so we should embrace this possible advantage. Dexterity then, and defense. You were right on track with that one. May I suggest adding some of the Morganite Lotus Flower to this combination? Ooh, the new infusion. Much like Citron, it will bless your weapon strikes and lend you some of the power of the Great Dragons. The undead are incredibly vulnerable to holy attacks. Indeed we are. The power of the undead, of the dragons is a difficult one to harness. I'm impressed by your capabilities, Innkeep. I think your delight should be aimed towards the magical ingredients. To dilute them in such a way is quite a skill in itself. As is choosing our approach to this. We should leave this up to her, correct? Yeah, we figured it out, did keep. Some additional defenses are given. But what should we focus on, charisma or dexterity? And don't forget those wondrous infusions of yours. I would never. Well, if it was just Callan, I would go for the dexterity part, but maybe Scully can actually talk to them. Though they are undead, so I don't know if that helps. Difficult choice. Difficult choice, difficult. Huh. I do kind of want to see if you can talk to the undead. Maybe there's some problem. But the snail, the undead snails can't speak, right? So it's just the undeads in the woods. Or the swamp. I don't know. I think actually this time swiftness would be better. So we go with that one. That means Swift Strike with a lotus flower. Because I also want to try the new lotus flower. Infusion. Oh, I forgot to draw this recipe. Okay, let's go. I just don't think you can talk to the undead. There you go. Oh, for Scully, okay, not for Kellen. I think it'd be hard to reason with creatures that don't have brains. I trust in your fighting skills, Lynn, and I know Scully will make for great support. Great. Good to see you found some common sense back there. Scully, let's go slay some undead. At your service, madame. Let us indulge in some violence. Oh. Enjoy your travels, your conversations, and your battles. Bye-bye. Oh yes, I can write up a new quest. About the wizard tower, I guess. Allegedly, the wizard tower is full of loot, magical junk, and banned scrolls. And then a wizard here. And where's the tower? Oh, here. The missing wizard of Morlia. There goes nothing. Mission magically impossible. The wizard of Morlia has abandoned his tower on, well, Morlia, a small island near Niverdurf and Dorwell. As is custom for a wizard's tower, it's said to be full of alluring treasures, gold, magic items, forbidden knowledge, and spells. Anything your looting heart desires. But be warned, the wizard is known to have loved puzzles, mischief, and contraptions, so don't forget to check for traps. And now the parents. Our rogue's parents will wash the shore. The only solution to your parents faking their death is to hire a hitman, clearly. Is this one? Stranger has come to town. He likes plum crabs and spooky armor. Who? I think it's this one actually. A parent trap. The Twilight Flood brought more to Fesor than just the waters of the Primordial Sea. In particular, two long-lost air echoes who had faked their own death and abandoned their only child. Now their kid is out for revenge and longs to have them killed, as the fate of tragic backstories wills it. These renegade parents were last seen in Borkham near the Warden Sea, so any bounty hunter should probably start there. There you go. And Andu gets something to eat. There's still some quests open, but this is still not the end. We still have many stories to hear. That's good. But for now, I will end the episode, and I'll see you the next day. Bye bye!